Hey guys, it's Sammy, and today I'm going to be reviewing the $16 nunchucks that I got from Amazon. I'm going to go over the pros and cons and my honest opinion of if they are worth it or not. If you're new to this channel, I'm a 4th Dan martial artist in Taekwondo. I love doing nunchucks. I also do bow staff, weapons. I used to compete in sparring, so if you love Taekwondo, then you are going to love this channel. I wanted to test out these nunchucks because I teach a lot of beginners nunchucks classes, so I wanted to find a solid option for beginners to refer to. So let's go ahead and test them out and see what I think. Okay, so I got these from Amazon. I believe when I bought them, they were $15.99. They came in this little carrying pack, which is nice because that way you don't lose them. And I think they had a couple other color options. I chose the black and yellow. Just from first glance, they are pretty light. They do make that noise, so that's not my favorite, but they are chain nunchucks, so, you know, pros and cons. The foam does seem pretty solid. They are pretty light, so just first glance, they seem pretty solid. I'm gonna try and do some moves, and I'm gonna keep it to just beginner moves and tell you what I think. Ooh, kinda got caught there. I'm definitely not used to using this long of a chain when I do double nunchucks, so I'm not loving the length size, but let's try a couple more. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about the pros and the cons of these nunchucks. So first pro is it's pretty inexpensive. So like I said, they're $16 on Amazon. When I ordered it, it came with like 1-day shipping, so they were here the very next day. With that said, they very much are beginner nunchucks. I think it's gonna be great if you are just starting off learning and you wanna, you know, like get a feel of what nunchucks are like before you invest in some more expensive ones. For example, like the competition nunchucks that I have, they range anywhere from about $80 to $110, and they're very different. I'll show you them really quick actually. So these are made of wood, and you'll be able to tell, like, I feel a lot more comfortable using these. I'll show you some moves really quick just so you can kind of compare the difference. So one big pro for the Amazon nunchucks is they are made of foam. So like I said, it's great for beginners. I wouldn't recommend starting off with competition nunchucks because even though they're flashier, they are made of wood. So if you ever make a mistake and you smack yourself, then it has a lot bigger consequences. All right, now for the cons. And my first thing that I don't love is gonna be the chain size. Let me show you what I mean. These come in a pair of 2, so for a set of nunchucks, and look at the difference in the chain size. So the chain links in the competition nunchucks are just 3 chain links, whereas this one, let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's just gonna mean that it's gonna make them a little bit slower and just a little bit bulkier, not as easy to manage, which is totally fine, especially if you wanna do single nunchucks and if you're starting, but that's just one of my cons that I personally don't love about them. If I had to pick another con, it would be, like I said, that noise. I don't love that noise. It's just, you know, like while I'm training, I don't like it bothering me. Some people might really enjoy it, but just a personal preference. So the question is, are they worth it? And I'm gonna say they are a solid beginner option. So if you're just starting off learning and you want to not spend a whole bunch on some nunchucks and you want something safe that you can practice and learn on, I would say these are an awesome option. If you're a beginner and you wanna check them out, I'm gonna go ahead and leave them linked in the description below. If you want to learn, then make sure that you check out my beginner nunchucks course. It goes over all the spins, the rolls, the strikes, all the basics for beginner nunchucks so you can start learning. So make sure that you pick up a pair, or if you already have one, go ahead and check the links in the description below so you can start learning. If you're a little more advanced, I'll also leave the link for my competition nunchucks. Just make sure that you are aware that if you hit yourself, they are a little bit more dangerous. I remember one time I was learning like a double hand roll and I smacked myself in the head, had a huge bruise on top of my head, just like big on my forehead. So just make sure that you're aware and know what level you're at so that you can get the appropriate nunchucks for you. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if there's something that you want me to review next. Bye guys.